All right, good
Okay.
afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our graduation program. Thank you for participating with us today. My name is Lori Carey, and I'm the CEO of Nebula Professional Development Academy and founder of We Connect the Dots. As a social enterprise, our organization works collaboratively to create positive impact for communities across the globe. We develop immersive learning programs for workforce readiness with a goal to build capacity for adults from all backgrounds and experience levels, resulting in rewarding careers in the fast-growing tech economy. As I hand off the presentation to our graduates to share their experiences and their accomplishments, I want each of you to know that as you close this one chapter in your journey, our team and organization are here to support you and to be a part of your success and your challenges as you build amazing careers and create sustainable lives for yourself and for your families.
Um, Before I get started, I would like to thank Lori, um, the Department of Labor, Ms. Lewis, Nick, for giving me the opportunity to participate in this boot camp, for believing in me. To all the instructors, Tefe, Abe, Chelsea, for having the patience and pushing me when I needed a little bit of push and helping me every moment that you guys did. I really appreciate it. And to my fellow classmates. My name is Johnnaibys Nunez. I was born in Manhattan and raised in Brooklyn. During right before I started high school, my parents moved us out to Long Island, looking for a better life. So I lived in a real bad neighborhood in the city. However, I chose to go down the wrong path, and eventually, I ended up incarcerated and everything. Got into trouble with the law, and I was released in December. I was writing letters. And from writing letters, I came over here and got an opportunity to begin this experience with coding and software engineering. I had no prior coding or software engineering experience and basic computer knowledge. And I completed this, and I'm real proud of myself. And I'm very thankful that I was granted this opportunity. I've gained a different outlook on technology as a whole since I began this program. I have a lot of respect for people that do these jobs because it's a lot of work, and now I know what that work is about. In this project that I collaborated with my classmates, I had several tasks. Um, these are like the most important tasks that I really participated in. The landing page is the page where you end up at to go for the raffles and to sign up, to sign in. I basically styled a lot of this page, placing certain buttons in certain areas, the colors that was chosen for the actual page, um, and a little bit of the functionality that I assisted, but most of it was done by another one of my classmates. This other task is the ticket bar. The ticket bar was is a bar that allows everyone that's viewing the raffles to know how many tickets have been purchased up to date, if there's any tickets left. This bar may encourage or make someone not want to buy a ticket because if there's 100 tickets and there's two left, you might want to buy it because now the raffle is going to take place. This is one of the another task that I did is the CSS on the work on the detail component. This is another component that I also went into styling with. I use CSS for it. Um, it was not that hard of a task, but when you see the visual, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, this last task that I'm going to speak about is the header part two. So when you're viewing a website on a desktop, a laptop, the site is an actual size. Now, when you're in the same site on a different device like an iPad or a phone, which is much smaller, everything could get cramped up together and it's not going to look the same. So my task here, which was to make sure that if anyone was on a smaller device and the screen was much smaller, that they can still visualize everything that someone on a desktop can see and still have all the options. to get to certain raffles, to signing up, to signing in, to the home page, current raffles. And within this task, I had to create a component, which is a hamburger menu, that once the screen is a certain size, now there's a hamburger menu that you click on. It has a drop down and gives you all the options that you would have on a desktop. This was it took me some time, but I got it done. I did a lot of the styling on this also, like positioning certain buttons in certain areas and making sure that the actual raffles and the pictures of the items that are being raffled were where they needed to be. And once the screen moved, that you seen it in a certain type of way. I completed other tasks that I did not do any slides for. They were not huge tasks, but they were significant to, like, they held some importance in the project. Like, I added and subtracted to certain things that people had already did. And now I'm going to show you what the actual site looks like. This is the site itself, and these are the buttons. These are the items that are being raffled. I had some buttons that only administrators can see. I took that task also and completed it to add certain raffles and things like that. We can't see it because I'm not an administrator. However, this is the sign up page, the sign in page, and this is the home where you can see all these raffles. And these are the current raffles that are going on and future raffles. So the hamburger menu works like this. When the screen gets smaller, the pictures start moving. And here's the hamburger menu. That gives you all the same options that you would have if you was on a desktop or on a bigger device. You have the same options if you're on a phone or an iPad. Any questions from anyone?
So, Johnnaibys, I really want to say, if I had to give one award to you for the class, I would say it's not really a question; it's more of a statement, that you would be the most improved, the most grit, because I know this program was not easy for you, and I know that you learned an enormous amount from this, and I know that this is going to impact your future in amazing ways. So I'm super proud of you. So congrats, and what a great job. And I just, for me, it's fun to watch the evolution of you guys, to see how you presented in your first projects to what you presented today. And just what an amazing presenter you were today in sharing what you've learned and the courage to do that. So congratulations. And well, I do have one question. So when it comes to the hamburger, what was the biggest challenge with that for you?
Well, it was, the biggest challenge was, so it got to a point where the hamburger menu would not disappear and it wouldn't function. So it was there, but the functionality of it wasn't working. And I was stuck for like at least a day or two. And I was in office hours with Abe, and we were both kind of stuck. And it was like, what we was trying wasn't working, and we tried it in so many different ways. So when we finally figured it out, it was just one simple thing, and we finally got it. I'm like, wow. So the hamburger menu would pop up on the screen here, and it wouldn't function like how it was supposed to function. And when you clicked on a current raffle, it wouldn't disappear. It would just stay there. So now if you're on a small device, it's all in your way. So you can't see the picture. If this is here and it's a little bit smaller, like it's blocking your view. And I didn't want that. I wanted to change that. And eventually I got it done.
So and that's the grit, right? That's really the grit, to stick to it and not give up, right? And I think you demonstrate that well. So congrats. I'll pass it off to others for questions.
there's one question in the comments that wants to know what's next for Johnnaibys. Like, what would a preferred role in tech be?
Well, me personally, I really feel that I should go into the sales part and not stop there, because I feel that I could still get a lot more of experience and knowledge in coding, because still a baby. And once I gain all the experience and I can master it for real, that I have a couple years of experience, then I think I would want to go into the coding world. But right now, I think I want to begin in the sales part. And if I transition to other places in the tech world, I'm gonna go with the flow, because I want to master the field in every aspect that I can.
Love it.
How has your perception changed about software engineering from the beginning of this program to now?
How has it changed? Well, I don't know if it's really changed, because I didn't really have too much knowledge of it. Everything I gained it here. And like I said earlier, I have a lot of respect for anyone that does this, because there were many sleepless nights, a lot of frustrating moments. There was times where sometimes I would think like, can I really finish it? And I'm like, yeah, I can. I'm gonna finish this. And here I am. And I needed a little bit of pushes sometimes, and Nam made it a little bit more comfortable for me, because I had other things going on, so I could go into office hours later. So a lot of that helped me, but I've gained the perception for coding, how I look at it now. When I go into a website now, I will never complain if something is not right in the website. I'll just try to see why it's not right. But that you have to give a lot of respect, because there's a lot of work that gets put into this, as you already know. Did I answer it?
Yes, you did. Thank you. And I would have to agree with Lori. I definitely think, I mean, I only spent a month with you, but I definitely saw how much work you put into this, and you did great. Proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. So first up, thank you, Lori. First up, we have Johnnaibys. I just want to say congratulations. As you know, I have, well, I've been here this entire time, right? Seeing you, I'd honestly grow. And I think in particular, your strengths, from what I noticed, was your ideation during the capstone and other collaborative work throughout the program. I think it was both influential and insightful, and I think others around you would agree. Yeah, and I'm positive once you've found the right team after this program, and when you go out looking for a job in the tech field, that you'll not only find success but also become a force to be reckoned with. So keep asking good questions. Don't let anyone stop you from being that lifelong learner that you are. And yeah, it was I think your grit shines above any of your shortcomings in the past, right? Any trouble that you might have got into in the past, right? I think you're clearly capable of rising above all that, and yeah, congratulations, you've made it.